All right, we're going to go live in a couple of minutes, okay? Tune in, KMAC channel, let's go. Evening, everybody. Hope you're well. Hope you just enjoyed the Jamie's show. I had to jump on there. Wanted to cover some stuff on the Wirtz deal. Also wanted to cover just a couple of other players that we're linked with as well. It's just been absolutely crazy. It's just brilliant. Like, let's be honest, it's just brilliant. It's exactly what we've needed at Liverpool. We've got the adults back in the building. You just look at all the players we're linked with. You just look at the way we're moving. You know, it's just it's what we've been crying out for the last couple of years. And you know, look, I know we challenged. I know we won a couple of cups. I get that, but this has been needed for quite a long time. Like, you know, when we went for that quadruple and we only finished with 2 cups, and we absolutely rinsed that squad dry of anything that had left in them. We needed to move on. We needed a new face. We needed a change at the club. Like, we just did. It was so obvious. We were relying on the same players all the time. We were going back to the well over and over again. And the guy was just given so much power. Like, he was given so much power. He caused so much aggro with referees and officials. And you just have to look at some of those seasons where we were just robbed consistently and we had no support by anybody. And all of the media and all of the clubs and all of the officials were against us, like, consistently, because he drove us into that under siege, underdog mentality at the club, which meant that what was it, doubters to believers. And like, we were still doubters even when he was with us. Like, we weren't believers, we were still doubters. We were doubters for so long because we always thought that Manchester City would overtake us. We always thought that Manchester City were just going to spend more than us. We always thought that Manchester City would win the league, and we always thought that we wouldn't get there. And we got our old director of football back, who left the club because he was overruled on so many occasions by Jurgen and his staff. So he left the club, and we got him back when Jurgen left. And let's be honest, let's be blatantly honest here, as real fans. We all watched Trent do that interview. Did he cry? Did he shed a tear? Did he talk about all the memories? Did he show any emotion? No. And then we had our own manager, who everybody thought walked on water, just like Trent, who just left us in the lurch and decided he was leaving mid-season. Like, we have to be really honest with ourselves. Like, loyalty is not there anymore. You're not going to find it anymore. People are going to let you down. Managers will let you down. Players will let you down. They will walk away. Yeah? We move on. We move on as a club because LFC comes first. It always will. It always will. Yeah? And we've always moved on, and we've had opportunities to win again and again and again when people have left the club, when players have left the club. And we needed a new voice. And we got one. And Arne Slot came in, and the first thing he said, and this is by Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, by the way, he turned around and he said, I don't want us to be thinking like underdogs. I don't want us to be thinking like we're going to come first, come second or third. He turned around and said, I think you're good enough to win the league. I think you're good enough to win the league this season. I don't want you thinking that you're going to get top 4. I want you to aim for number 1. And that's what he came in and he installed in the team. And he gave that belief to Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk. And if he can do that to Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah, then can you imagine what he's going to do to others? And that's exactly what he done. And Klopp's team couldn't do it. Klopp hadn't won the league since 2019, 2020. Like, Arne Slot came in and did it first time round. And you don't think he can do a second time round. And you don't think he can do a third time round. Because I tell you what he's got now, he's got the adults back in the room. He's got people at the club who are protecting players, who are doing what is right for the club, what is right for the team. It's not about individuals. It's not about individuals anymore. It's not about your mates. It's not about giving people more responsibility that they're qualified for. Like Jurgen, like Pep and Linders, like Kroenemeyer, who was literally having arguments with the scouts. He's the fitness coach. What's he got to do with any of that stuff? Like, we have got the perfect people in to do the job. And the whole job is to get the whole team to the title and to make sure every player is on the pitch for as long as they can be and to be as fit as they can and to make amends and to make it count. And that's the reason why we won the league. We won the league because Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk and Ryan Gravenberch and Alexis McAllister were on the pitch more than 80% of any other player in the league. Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk were on the pitch longer than most goalkeepers in the league last season, and Gravenberch. They are in the top 10 of players that spent the most time on the pitch. And that's the reason why we won the league. Because we made sure our best players were available all the time. And guess what we're doing now? We're going to sign more players who are available all the time. Kerkez didn't miss a game this season. Frimpong didn't miss a game this season. Florian Wirtz didn't miss a game this season. These are players that are available consistently. And the manager or the coach, Arne Slot, he got it right. He got it right. He sat there and went, you know what? I need my fitness coach. I need my nutritionalist. I need all of my coaching team. I need the best of the best. And who did he want as an assistant manager? We went and got the Dutch assistant manager who he's worked with before, who has also worked with our players, as in Cody Gakpo, Virgil van Dijk, and he's also worked with Gravenberch. So he went and got him in. And then he went and got a really good defensive-minded coach in, who's also Dutch, by the way, in Heitinger, who's a highly rated coach. He also got him in as his assistant manager. We just made the best choices and the right choices every single time this season. Always. And whether you think we should have played better players against Plymouth is regardless. But what he did do is he picked a lesser team, and we got the left-sided centre-back injured in that game because it was Joe Gomez. We could have easily played Virgil van Dijk, and that's Virgil van Dijk out for the season because Joe Gomez hasn't played a game since. That could have been Virgil van Dijk, but the manager made the right decision, and he played a weaker side, knowing that there's a potential that we could get injuries off that pitch, because his team went down 2 weeks before the game to look at the ground, and they realised that that pitch could give us injuries because it's a plastic pitch. And look what happened. Joe Gomez got injured. So another decision that was made, right, the correct decision that was made because of proper planning. And we went there and checked it out and realised there's a potential that one of our players could get injured on this pitch. Maybe we shouldn't play the best players. Maybe we shouldn't take Virgil, Gravenberch, and also Mo Salah. And look what happened. Joe Gomez got injured. He was out for the season. That could have been Virgil. If we didn't have Virgil, we don't know where we would have ended up, because we'd have had to play Canate there and Quansah, and we didn't have another centre back, so we might have had to play Robbo as a centre. I don't know, but we made the right decision anyway. Yeah, I know. I agree. The team should have won. I mean, we had who did we have up front? We had Diaz, Nunes, and Jota, and we still couldn't score. Seriously, there's a reason why all three of them could leave. Anyway, there's 188 in you in here. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. I'm on the road to 1,000. I'm about 60 or 70 people away. So if I can get another 20 subscribers, that would be amazing. I'm just going to do a quick tactics board with a couple of players that we're linked with, and let's just see what you think about this. Okay, let's just see what you think about this. Okay, so quick tactics board. Right, here we go. No, he's not. No, he's not off to Bayern Munich. That's not confirmed. Okay, so quick tactics board. So what I was doing is I was moving some of the players around. So we had a rough idea of how they were set up on the pitch. For next season. So this was kind of what I had in my head, which was basically a 4-2-4 with a double pivot. But this was going to be a little bit more. There was going to be a bit more shift in it. So this was my idea for next season as a lineup. Because if you think about it, this season, how many times have we played 4-2-4 this season? I would say this season we predominantly played a 4-2-4 formation a lot, where you've had in the Wirtz position you've had a Jota or a Nunes, and in the number 7 position you'd had a Dominic Szoboszlai or a Curtis Jones. Yeah, the guy's a spoofer. The guy's a spoofer. Okay, the guy's a spoofer. Actually, let me just go and do a search. Okay. Okay, let's just do a search on him. Right. Okay, so this is Sasha's. I'm just going to do Sasha's stuff. Okay, so that's what Sasha's talked about. Okay, on I've just dragged a load of stuff in there. Okay, so this is what he's talked about. He's talked about Man City, Reinders, yeah. He's talked about Trent Alexander-Arnold's replacement, but it's 55 days ago. It's really interesting. That was 55 days ago that he was talking about Frimpong. Okay, so that's that. Let's have a look at F1. This is Sasha's stuff. That was a month ago, Frimpong. Marcus Rashford. Belgium journalist talks 7-7 partners. Talks about 7-7 partners. What else? What else have we got? Shall we see who he supports? Okay, so he's talking about Leeds. He's talking about Man City. He's talking about Bernardo Silva. And Liverpool really open to signing intelligence. This is like last year. So you can see Man City, they're after Reinders. I don't know. Should we have a look at who does Wirtz want to sign for? Okay, so Manchester City news 2 hours ago. I've put that about Wirtz. Liverpool are looking for a new creative. Liverpool hold advantage over Bayern. Why do we hold advantage over Bayern? Shall we have a look? Why do we hold advantage over Bayern? Football transfer. Ronan Murphy spoke to Anfield Watch. There are a lot of reasons for him to go to Bayern, but there's 150 million reasons why he won't go to Bayern, as they not afford him and they can't balance the books. Players like Kingsley Coman need to be sold, or Sacha Bowie, and many others, to be able to afford him. Should we see? Should we have a look at how much money Bayern have got to spend? How much does Bayern Munich to spend? How much do they have to spend? Okay, so the interesting thing about Bayern, what we'll talk about, is so Bayern Munich have literally just signed Musiala on a new deal. Yeah, they've just signed. Actually, let's have a look at the Bayern squad. Let's have a look at the Bayern Munich squad. Let's have a look at the Bayern Munich squad. Okay. So let's have a look at Bayern Munich's players. Right. Okay. So Bayern Munich need a goalkeeper. Do we agree? Do we agree that Bayern Munich need a goalkeeper? Do we agree that Bayern Munich need a new goalkeeper? Yes or no in the chat? Yes or no? Do Bayern Munich need a new goalkeeper? Yes, because what? Manuel Neuer is what, like 50 years old? No, he's not rated by their club. He's not rated by the club at all. Like, he had an absolute stinker of a game recently as well. So Bayern Munich will probably need a new goalkeeper. Yeah, we agree on that. Martinez is a perfect choice, but they've got to pay for him, remember? So Bayern Munich. Do they need a central defender, Bayern Munich? Yes or no? Do Bayern Munich need a central defender? Yes or no next season? They need a centre-back. Yes, Bayern Munich need a new goalkeeper and they need a centre-back. Yes, we agree on that. Okay, so if they got Jonathan Tah, how much would Jonathan Tah cost signing on fee? How much would he cost signing on fee, Jonathan Tah? They need a good manager. That's a fair point. Okay, so Bayern Munich would have Upamecano, Kim, Eric Dyer's leaving, centre-back wise, Stanisic and Jonathan Tah as their centre-backs. Aito's been on loan. Guerrero's not a centre-back. Boyer's not a centre-back. Buchmann, never heard of him. Alphonso Davies is also injured for a long time. So do Bayern Munich need to sign a left-back next year? Do Bayern Munich need to sign a left-back next year because Alphonso Davies is injured? Yeah, they need a cover. Okay. All right. So far, we've looked at Bayern Munich's squad, yeah? And we've already picked out 3 players they need to sign. They need a goalkeeper, they need a centre-back, and they need a left-back. Okay. Do they need a right-back? They're playing Joshua Kimmich there at the moment, who's a midfielder in their squad, as a right-back. So do they potentially need a right-back? Or will Guerrero cover that position? Is he a right-back? I'm not sure whether he's a right-back. He's a left-back. So Guerrero's a left-back. Okay, so they don't need a left-back. So they've got a left-back. So they need a right-back. Okay, so potentially they might need a right-back. Okay, midfield. Do they need any central midfielders? So Joshua Kimmich is a right-back. Yeah, he wears the number 6. Potentially he could play in the midfield. Goretzka's going, so he's leaving. Pailinia didn't play much this season. Yeah, they've also just extended his contract. Vlahovic, he's a guy that's played a few games this season. Pavlovic, he's a guy that's played a few games this season. So they don't need a central midfielder. We all agree they don't need a central midfielder. And also Konrad Laimer plays loads as well. Okay, so do Bayern Munich need a forward or a number 10? They've got Gnabry, they've got Kane, they've got Kingsley Coman, they've got Elise, Muller's leaving, and they've also got they've also got Musiala. They don't actually need anyone in the attack or midfield. Like, they genuinely don't. And where does Wirtz go? Who does he replace? So does he replace Elise? Does he replace Kane? Does he replace Sane, who's just signed a new contract? Does he replace Gnabry? Does he replace Musiala? Like, do you really think that Wirtz is going to want to fight it out for a number 10 position? Or do you think Musiala and Elise and these guys are going to fight it out for him, for his position? Like, he comes to Liverpool and he plays as the number 10. Like, he literally just plays as the number 10. Like, he comes to Liverpool and plays as our number 10. Like, and this is it. Like, I'm gonna share our team. Okay. Okay, so our forward line next season is potentially Cody Gakpo and Mo Salah. Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, Federico Chiesa and Luis Diaz could all be sold, and we wouldn't be bothered. They could all be sold and we wouldn't be bothered. Yeah, our midfield for our forward line for the number 10 is Dominic Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones. Florian Wirtz could come in and just take that role. There's no even contemplating. Like, he comes in and he just plays number 10. For Bayern Munich, there's a lot of players. Like, Elise's been really good. Musiala's been really good. Elise's just been signed, and Musiala's just signed a new deal. We literally have the place ready for Wirtz. We can offer him straight up first team football as the number 10. Look, I'm not disrespecting Diaz. He's been absolutely sensational this season. But he's 28 going on 29, and he's only got 2 years left on his contract. We could easily get 70, 80 million for him. Like, I don't think we need to have a conversation around that. Like, and you also have to think about Diaz plays on the left-hand side. Cody, if he played more games, would have scored more goals. Well, he has scored more goals anyway. But Cody, if he played all of the games, Cody would have had like 35 GA. Like, he just would have. So Wirtz comes in and he plays a number 10 for Liverpool. I don't think Bayern Munich's an option for him. And also, I will throw one more hand grenade into the mix as well. Manchester City are looking at Vincent Kompany as the replacement for Pep Guardiola. So Bayern Munich might not even have that manager next season. There are rumours that Manchester City are looking at Vincent Kompany as Pep's in the future. So he might not even be their manager next season. And all I'm saying is Liverpool have plenty of space for Florian Wirtz to come in and just ball it. Plenty of space. Like, we're all talking about Harvey Elliott can go, Endo can go, Morton can go. And I'm not talking about disrespect. I'm just talking about players that just haven't played football. They just haven't played football. Like, Elliott started one game this season in the Premier League. He can go 50 million. That's half of Wirtz's money. Like, he can go. Endo just hasn't played this season. Morton, I don't even know why he's actually listed in the squad, because he hasn't touched the ball. So they could all leave, and there's enough of our fans that don't rate Curtis Jones. Like, what if Florian Wirtz comes to replace Curtis Jones? Has anyone got an issue with that? Has anyone got a massive issue if Curtis Jones goes to Newcastle for whatever money and we get Wirtz and we get Isak? Has anyone got an issue with that? No. No one's got an issue with that. Bendo can go as well. I mean, the list is massive. So if I show you the tactics board, I've got a list here of players that I don't think will be at the club next year. Like Queven Keller, 50 million. Sorry, Queven Keller, 30 million. Nunes, 60. Chiesa, 25. Morton, 15. Doak, 25. Costas, 15. Kay Gordon, 5 million. Jaros, probably go on loan. Ramsey, probably get 5 million. Kumas will probably go on loan. And then you've got the likes of Canate, hasn't signed a new deal. He might go for 60, 70. Diaz might go for 70. Elliott might go for 40. Quansah might go for 40, 50. Like, the amount of players that could leave Liverpool is quite staggering. And then you've still got the likes of, you've got Kerkez, you've got Robbo as backup. That's the left side done. You've got Bradley. You've got Gomez, and you've also got Frimpong as backup. That's the right side done. Virgil van Dijk. You've got Gomez at backup, or potentially another central defender that we're looking to sign. Maybe Hato. You're fine there. You've got McAllister. You've got Curtis Jones as backup. You're fine there. You've got Gravenberch. You've got Dominic Szoboszlai as well as backup. You're fine there. You've got Gravenberch. You've got potentially Curtis Jones. We might go and get a defensive midfielder. I put Adam Morton there, but I don't know whether that's going to happen now. But potentially you've got Stiller, or potentially you've got Larson. So you've got cover there. Then you've got Frimpong, you've got Salah, you've got potentially the likes of Rio Gugumara on there as well. You've got Salah, you've got potentially a number 9 in Isak or Oshiman or Alvarez or Ekitike or Delap. There's potential there. You've got Wirtz, you've got Dominic Szoboszlai, you've got Curtis Jones who can all play there. Then you've got Cody Gakpo. Wirtz can play there. Szoboszlai can play there. Jones can play there. There's so much flexibility in this Liverpool team. We really only need a few players. You've got Stefan Bajcetic as well. I forgot about him. You're absolutely right. There's plenty of flexibility. If we're talking to Isak, then Isak's going to be the number 9. Absolutely fine. There's plenty of flexibility in our team. So much flexibility in our team. And we only played potentially 4 players off the bench last season. Maybe 4 players we played off the bench. And that was the likes of, we had Curtis Jones, we had Harvey Elliott, we had Endo, and we had Tsimikas and Kwanzaa. That's 5 players off the bench. And we really played any of them. You just have to look at the way Slot played. Virgil van Dijk played every single Premier League game. Mo Salah played every single Premier League game. Gravenberch played every single Premier League game. McAllister played every single Premier League game apart from the suspension. Yeah? Cody Gakpo or Diaz played every single Premier League game, rotation-wise. So if Diaz isn't there, then Cody plays every single game. Robbo played every single Premier League game. Unless he was injured. So Queen Keller. Kerkez will play every single Premier League game. He played every single Premier League game this season, Kerkez, for Bournemouth. And Frimpong played every single Bundesliga game, apart from the last one, because he was having a Liverpool medical. You're right. That is the one. If Konate goes, who replaces him? That is the one. That's the £1 million question, which is also why we've been talking to Geschuder. We've been talking to Jonathan Tah. We went all in for Huijsen, but he picked Real Madrid. I don't think we're going to be looking at Murillo because he just got a cruciate knee ligament injury, so I don't think that's one. I mean, there are rumours that we're looking at Lucchini, who plays for Bologna, and there's also another guy that we're looking at, Tino Vinter, who plays for Genoa, who's had an unbelievable season. Bologna just won the cup. There's the guy at Benfica as well, who can also play right back. I can't remember his name, but there are players that we're looking at as centre back. I just think it will be. There's a good possibility it will be Hato. I just feel like it would be Hato. Zizi's another one as well, who plays in France, who we've looked at. I don't know. I genuinely don't know about the centre back position. I was so convinced that it would be Huijsen, but Xabi Alonso wanted Huijsen. So now it's gone quiet. And so is Osherman. Osherman's gone quiet as well. So you have to think. I don't know about Diomande. They've just won the league again. They've just won the league again. I don't think their players are going to be leaving. So that's all. That's it. Guehi as well. Guehi's an opportunity there as well. But I think Newcastle might go for Guehi. But it's whether Newcastle can tempt him out of there, because he's got 1 year left on his contract, but they've just qualified for Europe, so he might want to stay. That's the one. That's the one for me. It's the centre-back. Yep, we have looked at him as well. We have definitely looked at Brathwaite. I don't really know about that one, but I just wanted to do a quick stream for a bit. I'm going to shoot off now. But I hope you all have a good evening and listen in for the Wirtz news, because I think some will be dropping soon. Kerkez will be, more news will be coming out about Kerkez soon. Also, keep your ears peeled for Osherman, because I think Osherman's going to pop up soon, because he's now finished playing for Fenerbahce and he goes back to Napoli. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Napoli are looking at Nunes. What, could you see a Nunes Osherman with some money going the other way? Maybe. But keep your eyes peeled. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. If you've got any comments, definitely put them in the chat and I'll try and reply back. Schlotterbeck's one, you're absolutely right. Massive player. I'd love that. However, they've just got Champions League football, so I don't know whether that'll happen. We'll see what happens, though, guys and girls. All right, I'll catch you later. Big up. Enjoy the game tonight. Remember, we've won the league. See you later. Actually, let me redirect you. Let me see if there's any shows on, and I'll redirect you. 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and I'll redirect you somewhere. Let me just see if there's a redirect to another channel. Give me a minute. Who's live? Who's live? Who's live right now? Yeah, if you just stay on this, and I'm going to redirect you now to Big Sixpence. Okay, so if you just stick in the chat, KMAC Raid, that would be amazing. Stick that in the chat, and I'm redirecting you now to Big Sixpence. You have a good evening. I'll see you later. Out of here.